It is titled The Nature of Social Conflict, which aims to give you an overview of social conflict in order to prepare you to understand the lessons or lectures that will follow. Objectives of this topic would include to make you aware of the meaning of social conflict, to also let you understand the different forms and types of social conflict, as well as the factors or forces that generate social conflict in human society.
And before we go ahead, we'll look at lesson objective of this module. At the end of the lesson, participants will be able to understand the nature of violence and insecurity in urban spaces. Secondly, participants will appreciate the types and manifestation of urban violence and insecurity. Thirdly, participants will comprehend driving forces behind urban insecurity and violence. And lastly, participants will understand the strategies and measures for tackling or ameliorating urban insecurity. Let's start with the introduction and the nature of urban insecurity and violence. When we're talking about urban insecurity, including violence, we mean the following: action, behavior, and incidences which create fear, anxiety, and oftentimes may occasion bodily harm, even death or other forms of personal injury.
Understanding social conflict in urban spaces. So before we move on to the module, we want to look at the learning outcomes for the module, and we have 4 learning outcomes for this module. And the first one is that students at the end of the module should be able to understand what we mean by conflict analysis, and they should be able to have an appreciation of the rationale behind conflict analysis. Thirdly, the students should be able to have an understanding or a comprehension of the steps followed in conflict analysis.
The second is increasing urban sprawl and suburban areas, increase in travel infrastructure, and rise of slums and urban blights. Continuing, we also see that close to half of the world's urban dwellers reside in relatively small settlements of less than 500,000 inhabitants, with only around 1/8 living in the 28 mega cities across the globe, with more than